Let's hit the last topic. Put a watchman on the wall. And what does that really mean? I'm going to read this verse. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. So when you're on this, I like what Nehemiah did. And this is a part that each one of us can do with our lives. You need someone who's looking out to fight against the enemy of your life. There's a force, there's an opposition in your life that doesn't want you to move forward. And you need to have protective prayer. You need someone who's going to be a soldier, who's going to fight, sweat and blood and tears and pray and be there and stand firm in their faith. I was fortunate. A lot of people hearing this podcast, especially over Christmas, they feel alone. And they even feel alone knowing that they have the Holy Spirit in them. So they're not alone, but they still feel alone. I had you. I had a prayerful wife who prayed when I couldn't pray anymore, who understood what it meant to be on that east wall of our life, having that open and vulnerable area where the enemy could come in and attack and steal and send us back in discouragement about our faith. I had someone who could do that. And I think there's power in prayer. And where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, oh my goodness, it's powerful. So I think the Christmas gift for a lot of people today is that we have the light. And the light doesn't give in to the lack of power that's in darkness.
Absolutely, that's right.
If they could find and just pray for finding one person to join them in their journey, a family member, a friend, an acquaintance. I don't care if it's the secretary that works at the doctor's office, whoever God puts on their mind, have them be a part of your prayer life. Things will change.
That's right.
Movement happens. So the 4 things again that we're going over. Number 1, we define faith. We did a simple definition of it. Number 2, inspect for that damage so that you can move on with reconstruction. Number 3, walk out that faith. Don't stop. And number 4, put a watchman on the wall. Have your life protected. So what are your thoughts then for today?
Well, until that person is revealed, if you don't have that person next to you, the ultimate watchman is Jesus.
Yes.
And he is watching over you. And he will carry you forward. He was there with you when I wasn't in your life.
Yes, he
was. When you were completely alone, when you were at the point of total despair.
Yes, he was.
He was there. He was your watchman. And I'm grateful that I could have gone through all of these years with you. But it started with your deliberate intention to let God rebuild something in you. You started it with God first.
Yes.
So start it with God first. And when Nehemiah started that wall rebuilding with God first, as you've already said, Gordon, it took 52 days.
Right.
Not 100 years.
Not 100 years.
Accelerate your life and let reconstruction happen while you can see it,
and
while you're alive.
And surrender to it.
That's right.